There's me, then there's society's version of me. I can't use both hands, but guess which one I've chosen every time? We're in March, so that means it's everything women. And I celebrate us every single day, obviously. However, since it's Women's Month, I decided I was going to make some theme-centric videos that celebrate us with extra sauce, extra special celebration. And this one is about staying true to ourselves as women. No overthinking, no over-explaining, no overcomplicating, just vibes and realness. So let's go. In a world that's constantly, actively trying to shape us, contort us, label us, box us, staying true to ourselves is the realest flex. You have that, you have peace. One key way that I've been able to create a life that I enjoy immensely is staying true to myself. So I thought, this should be a video that I should share with my babes. And that's what I'm doing now. And I have a game plan, as usual, in this series for us. So let's get into it. Hi, babes. As always, it is an honor. I'm happy that you're here. And if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, hi, I'm Thea. I'm new here as well. So I'm so happy that you could stop by. And I hope that you stay and you join the cluster. I show all of us how we can actually create and enjoy a life that we like right now as we are, as opposed to waiting for some version of ourselves that we may not even like. We're doing everything right now. I may not have all the answers that you may be looking for, but I have experience. I have learned tangible ways that we can evolve, explore and embrace every single aspect of our lives as we are in our full glory. I know we all know this. We're familiar with this feeling that it's easy to lose ourselves in the expectations of others, of society because of our upbringing, because of our conditioning, things that we've been taught. So we know this, it's easy to do that, but we always have to come back to ourselves. I found that the more I stay true to who I am, groom that person, hone her, the more aligned I am with that person, the more confident, happy, content I have been in my life. And I want that for all of us. So it's important that we understand what staying true means. It means actively aligning our actions, our words with our values, things that we really believe in. So it's not just saying, oh, this is how I'm staying true to myself, but actually living that daily. Here are 5 ways that I keep my energy in check and stay true to myself that you can definitely use as well. The first thing that I do is I check in with myself. I check in on this babe every day, as many times as possible throughout the day. And what that looks like is, reflections, journaling, which is also a way that I meditate, asking myself the questions that are very important to my growth, like how am I feeling about this thing? Do I like it? Does it make me feel good? Am I proud of it? Those questions help me check where my energy levels are at and see where I need to make improvements or adjustments so that I'm always centered. Another thing that I do is I do things that bring me joy, right? I hear this a lot. For instance, oh, that thing is cringe, something cringe, another thing cringe. I don't know what's cringe to others. I know what I like to do, and I do it. And this takes me actually to the third point. It kind of links nicely is protecting my peace. Because, for instance, if you're not caring what others think or what they think is cringe, nothing can disturb your peace. I curate my space. I curate my energy. I'm in charge of what comes around in, goes out. I set boundaries. I know what drains me, so I stay away from it. I avoid it or them. If it's a person, if it's a space, if it's a thing, I know I'm a boundaries girl. I draw boundaries so quickly, you wonder where I went to art school. I don't waste time to draw boundaries. And drawing boundaries has helped me be able to embrace the things that actually fuel me as opposed to waste time with the things that drain my energy. And that's how I protect my peace. Another thing that I do to stay true to myself is I'm not afraid to pivot. I'm not afraid to change my mind. I'm not afraid to change directions. I'm not afraid. If something is no longer serving me, if I no longer align with something, I will move. I switch. Why not? Why do we have to stay there? And you shouldn't be afraid to move on as well. Because that's one of the ways that we get bound, in all these expectations because you are scared to move on from something that's no longer serving you. Stop. And this brings us to the final point for now, which is I live by my own standards. I set my standards. I live by them. I don't define my happiness, my success, my growth by other people's measures or by societal measures. I define that by what I think makes sense to me. I decide what fulfillment looks like to me, and I live on my own terms. And I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do in the kind of world that we're living as a woman, but you have to work towards it. I had to work towards it. Even when I didn't know I was working towards it, I was working towards it. And that's really what the essence of this video is. I was just being myself all that time up until now. So why would I ever change? Staying true to myself has only made me into this woman that I am right now on this chair. There's no other way. For me, there's no other way. So, babes, what's the one thing that you do to stay true to yourself? What's that one thing that keeps you connected to yourself, that makes you really feel that you are living the way that you want to live? And what's another thing that you refuse to compromise? Tell us. We want to hear about it. Drop them in the comments. Since we are now a cluster, you're my babes. Please like this video, share this video again to who you think really needs to hear this. Don't, if you think nobody in your life needs to hear it, please don't share for sharing sake. Share it to someone or to people that you really believe need to hear how they can stay true to themselves because it is beneficial to them, period. Of course, subscribe if you haven't yet. That helps us to keep growing our cluster and share more ways that we can live unapologetically because that's how we have to be. Once again, happy Women's Month, my babes. Live true, live full. I'm not a fan of this mic holding thing, but I guess that's what it is for now. So we embrace that. Doesn't look so bad too.